right. Our last speech of the night will be given by Shivraj Singh, otherwise known on Instagram as King Singh. You may wonder whether the title is earned or just self-proclaimed. Well, I'm here to prove he deserves the fame. First of all, it's in his name. Raj translates to king. The second quality of royalty is that he comes from a family of noble worth. Over the past 10 years, I have had the opportunity to work with all of the Singh family children, and it has left me awestruck and able to confidently say Mr. and Mrs. Singh should bottle up their parenting secrets and sell it to the masses. We need to recognize this incredible family who has always had the best seats at graduation because they are 3 for 3 JAG Pride winners. What? And while it's your children who have won the award, I know the pride you have brought to our school as a family is deserving of recognition. Thank you both so much for the support you've given me over the past decade. And for not just providing him with the tools he needs to succeed, but for also fostering a love of the arts in Shivraj that has allowed him to have a positive impact on so many others. Which brings me to his third quality and aspect of regal status. Personal achievement, just in that. He's on the stage for a reason. As it's been mentioned, this class has elevated the definition of what it means to be the best. Shivraj has a resume that speaks in volumes, not pages. Highlights include receiving Congresswoman Schultz's Citizenship Award for School and Public Service, starting the first high school chapter of Journeys in Film, fostering the debate mentorship at our middle school, his leadership as president of the English Honor Society and our speech and debate team, as well as in the entire country, proves he is king-worthy. Winning championship titles at Yale, University of Florida, and NSU gave way for him to be ranked number 2 in the nation for humorous interpretation. And he'll be headed with us to nationals in just a couple of weeks. And I think he's ready to prove he deserves to be ranked number 1. And in the fall, he'll be moving on to bigger campuses and accomplishments as he pursues a double major in economics and film and studies at Yale University. And while all of that is impressive, you know if you've ever spent time with him that what stands out most is his character, which, as we know from history, most kings lack. Shivraj has brought joy to my life in ways I will never be able to repay. I thank him for bringing light even on the darkest of days. He is a leader for everyone and an example of greatness. It is my pleasure to now give him the stage so that he can show you why he reigns supreme. Join me in welcoming Shivraj Singh to the podium so his speech can begin. We are ready to be entertained, King Singh.
Good evening, friends, faculty, parents, grandparents, cousins, cousins of cousins of cousins. That one's mainly for me. They don't miss their cues, But most of all, good evening to the class of 2024. I'd like to start off by thanking Ms. Schwab for the introduction. I remember not wanting to turn on my camera and being too scared to unmute my mic during the first speech and debate Zoom practice 4 years ago. Since then, Ms. Schwab has helped me find my voice and taught me the power of speaking with your chest. So thank you, Ms. Schwab, for sticking with me as I found what I was interested in and switched events. One of the best things a teacher can do for you is give you the confidence to be yourself. So thank you so much for that, Ms. Schwab. But also, thank you to the class of 2024. It is the biggest honor to be here, representing such a brilliant group of students. Other than a small handful of you, I really love this class so much. As Mr. Bear said, we watched in awe as our boys basketball team won in states. In colleges, we saw record high acceptances to amazing universities across the nation. But still, somehow, our most impressive feat. In Senior Assassin, we only had one car crash. Yes! Safety first, am I right? And you know what? After taking one look at the class of 2025, I have absolutely no faith in them to carry on our legacy. I completely understand why faculty says they're going to miss us so much. It's all downhill from here. We set the bar just way too high. We were also a class that faced challenges head on and embraced change. With our freshman year being online, it felt as if our most integral part of high school had been taken away from us. But it was this lack of a freshman year that made us appreciate everything that we did have. Despite how embarrassing it was to arrive on campus for the first time as sophomores, we were just happy to be there. And you can bet, on that first day, we walked in with big smiles, behind the masks. And I want us to continue to face change with courage. The world we're walking into after graduation is completely different from the one that we left behind in 2020. 4 years ago, school consisted of joining a Zoom, turning your camera off, and going right back to sleep. 4 years ago, our general election ballots consisted of Donald Trump and Wait, I guess something's never changed. But we also need to look at the bright side. We are graduating at a time where AI has just become popular and teachers have no clue how to detect it. I mean, like, in a minute, when I finally shut up, we're all going to walk across the stage and grab our very well-deserved diplomas. But ChatGPT deserves all 435 of them. Let's give credit where credit's due. But that's just a joke. I promise Mr. Bear and all my other teachers, especially Ms. Sarah Phelps, that I have refrained from the utilization and implementation of artificial intelligence in the composition and formulation of all scholastic assignments. I also promise that that last sentence and this entire speech use absolutely no AI. Even though so much has changed in these last 4 years, so much has remained the same. Looking back to our very first steps on campus, we were such a powerful class. We have been using our voices since day one, protesting unjust laws and reaching national headlines while we chanted, "We say gay." And I hope that we carry such strong opinions into the future. Because as much as I may have dreaded annotating The Handmaid's Tale in Ms. Phelps' class, it's not okay that Florida law currently bans that book from being taught within our very own schools. It's not okay that our school had to resort to celebrating Banned Books Week online because we weren't allowed to celebrate it on our campus. And it's not okay that AP Psychology was almost removed from our very own school's curriculum just this last summer. Judging by my grade in AP Psych, I kind of wish it was removed, but that's not the point. The point is, our beliefs will continue to be challenged throughout life, but I have every bit of faith in this class's ability to defend our beliefs and to stand up for what is true and what is right. Look around who you are sitting next to today and realize that you have become friends with people of all religions, ethnicities, races, sexualities. It is such a blessed thing to be able to attend a school that is so representative of the world that we are stepping out into. But as our celebrations fill this auditorium, and as we walk out into the world, ready to express ourselves boldly and loudly, it is also important for us to remember that in many places around the world, atrocities are being committed, while the victims themselves are unable to speak out. So, when I tell you all it is good that you use your voice, I'm not just suggesting that. I am saying that because it is necessary, because it is absolutely world-changing. And if there's a group that has the power to change the world, it's us. I walked into this auditorium today and I could just feel the power of friendship amongst us. Whether it was the traditional Friday claps, playing spike ball in front of the ROG every single day, or waiting to get into class after you lost your access card during the first week of school, our class has forged an unbreakable bond through our shared experiences. Our class group chat embodied this connection as it buzzed with constant conversations. Sometimes it buzzed too much. DJ Romy and Seb were constantly trying to convince us that one skip day a month really isn't that bad. For anyone who doesn't know, that's like really bad. And Bruni, well, Bruni. Shout out Bruni, shout out Bruni. Last week, our group chat became an auction, as tickets to be here today were sold for hundreds of dollars. But honestly, I can't be talking. I had to sell my house to get tickets to be here, but that's not the point. Regardless, these traditions and conversations seemed like such trivial moments, but they exemplify the connection that has defined our senior year. You see, we didn't just attend the same school, guys. We cultivated a unity that will last long after this graduation and into lives full of friendship, camaraderie, and courage that we learned here at PPCHS. It is this sense of community that I hope we create wherever our paths lead. But there's another supportive community that has helped me reach this very stage, my family. Soni, Shreya, thank you for being the absolute best older siblings. Saloni, it was surreal to watch you graduate from college just a few days ago. Partially because I didn't think you could do it, but also because it is crazy to think that you are just a senior in college and have already accomplished such amazing things. I can't wait to see everything that you continue to do. Shreya, thank you for being the absolute best person to look up to. I am so lucky to have a best friend, a role model, and a sister rolled all into one. You are somehow always able to make me feel proud time and time again. I can't wait to continue to be your #1 fan. And I hope you both, my amazing sisters, always remember, I'm better and funnier. Like you guys are here, I'm here. There's miles between us, but that's not the point. Papa, thank you for always pushing me to follow my dreams. You have taught me what it means to be ambitious in my pursuits. Thank you for always bestowing me with the best advice. Mama, it is honestly impossible to summarize everything that you've done for me. Thank you for waking me up for school every single day because alarms don't work when you only get 2 hours of sleep. Thank you for listening to every single stressor and every single problem and helping me through all of it. But most of all, thank you for being a supportive best friend and an amazing mother, and on top of all of that, also being a successful author. Like, what? Absolutely no one's doing it like her. Thank you to all my friends. From hanging out at Pasquale's as freshmen because we thought walking across the street as freshmen was just the coolest thing ever, to dancing prom night away just a few weeks ago. It has been the wildest ride with you guys, and thank you for sticking with me through it all. And a huge thank you to faculty, administration, and especially Mr. Bear. It is truly commendable that they would let someone with an attendance record of mine even graduate, let alone be up here speaking. You know, when faculty informed me that I'd have the honor of being here speaking in front of you all today, I admittedly felt a little bit nervous. So I did what I always do when I feel nervous. I got in bed and I opened up TikTok. But after letting my mind just die and rot for a little bit, then I got up and I got back up. I created a list of everything that I was worried about, and this was just the first step of a secret method that I've been using for years. And as I began to think of what I could leave you all with, my fellow graduates, I realized the best thing I could do for you guys today is give you actionable advice, especially since most of you probably stopped listening the moment I started talking, but that's not the point. So, I'd like to reveal my secret method to you all today. When I face a challenge, a hurdle, or anything stressful, I make a list of everything that I'm worried about. I underline the challenges that I can address immediately and that I can do something about right now. The problems that I can't do anything about are left unmarked. These unmarked items serve as proof that there is absolutely no need to stress about them right now, as they aren't in my control. And I know I'm being overly simplistic. I understand. Stress and worry isn't this black and white. But as a generation that will be faced with so many challenges, worldwide catastrophes, and huge environmental and social changes, we have to learn when and how to conserve our energy and to conserve our peace. Because #protect your peace. So, I really hope the next time you are worried, you remember the super handsome, sculpted, absolutely jacked brown guy who was speaking at your graduation. I was about to say, why are we laughing? That wasn't a joke. Anyways. And take out a piece of paper and try this out. And if you already zoned me out before I told you my secret method, then you don't deserve to know it. Michel de Montaigne once said, "There were many terrible things in my life, and most of them never happened." I have no clue who that guy is, but I'm sure he would be happy if we prevent ourselves from worrying about the things that we have no control over. So, I hope we focus our energy on what is in our very own hands. I hope we continue to embrace change. I hope we accept each other and learn to love our differences. I hope we speak with our chests. I hope we don't stay quiet in the face of injustice. But most of all, I hope that in 20, 30 years, when our kids go to school and learn about this trivial time in the world's history, and they ask us what we were doing, that we have a good answer for them. While the world now awaits you, let me leave you with 2 final thoughts. First, be yourself. Find something that drives you as much as you were driven to fill out bus forms for Grad Bash. Live life to the fullest. Enjoy the wild journey ahead. Get a buzz cut. Actually, wait, maybe think before you get the buzz cut. And if you decide that you do want the buzz cut, don't let Alan Schwartz do it, please, please. Second of all, never stop learning. Education is power. So let the gown that you wear today not serve as the end of your growth, but rather as a new beginning. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you all so much.